Hey guys, welcome back. In this short video, I'll be showing you the easiest way you can configure Raspberry Pi OS for your Raspberry Pi and make a simple general purpose computer with it. I know some of you guys might be thinking, haven't you done this video before? Actually, yes, we have done it before when Raspberry Pi 4 was released. But everything has changed and everything is getting updated. So in this video, I'll be showing you the easiest way you can configure Raspberry Pi OS for your Raspberry Pi 4 without even manually downloading the image from the internet. I'm Jitin and I'm super excited to teach you everything you need to know about robotics, home automation and other fun DIY stuff using Raspberry Pi and Arduino. If you are a true fan of all these things, make sure you check out our channel. You're gonna love it there. If you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button right here. So let's get started. Every computer needs a storage unit, right? In the case of laptops and desktop, it's going to be hard disk where we'll be writing the OS which will make the device work and all the data. Raspberry Pi is also a simple computer, but in the case of Raspberry Pi, we'll be using this micro SD card to store the OS and all the data. So the first thing to do is write the OS to this micro SD card. For that, we have to connect this micro SD card to your computer using a micro SD card reader. So, to get started, the first thing we need is a software called Raspberry Pi Imager. To download that, simply open up a browser and Google for Raspberry Pi Imager and hit enter. And here, click on this first link and that should take you to this page. If you go down, you should see this installed Raspberry Pi OS using Raspberry Pi Imager. And below, you should see this button, download for Windows. Simply click on that and it will start the download. Once it's finished, simply click on that and it should launch the installer. You can simply install it like any other software. Okay, now make sure this tick is selected and click on finish. And this is the software Raspberry Pi Imager that we'll be using to write the image to the microSD card. And here you can see this write button is grayed out now. So before you can write the image to the microSD card, you have to select these two things, the operating system and the storage. So first click on choose OS and select the OS you want. I'll be selecting Raspberry Pi OS. Now click on choose storage and select the microSD card. Now you can see the write button is active. So you can simply click on this write button, hit yes, and yes, it has started writing the image to the microSD card. There is nothing much you can do at this point, so we wait. Okay guys, now it's finished. And that's done. Now you can disconnect the card and connect it to your Raspberry Pi 4. Now all you have to do is connect all the hardware and power up the Pi. As external hardware, I only have a wireless keyboard, mouse and a monitor. Now you can connect the power adapter to the Raspberry Pi. And once that's done, all you have to do is switch on everything and let the Pi boot. Now you have to keep in mind that the first boot is gonna take a little bit of time and you have to be patient. Yes, it's almost finished and here is the home screen. Now, before we start using it, there are some initial setups to be done. The first step is to select the country, language and the time zone. Once you have done that, click on next. In the next window, it will ask you to set a password for the default user Pi. Simply type that and hit next. After that, the Raspberry Pi will scan for all available Wi-Fi networks. Simply select yours and enter your password and hit next. And in this window, if you want, you can update the software or you can skip it. Now, your Pi is ready. To test that, you can open up a browser and simply enter a URL. See? Everything is perfect. That was pretty easy, right? In the next video, I'll be showing you the easiest way you can download and configure the latest version of Microsoft Windows, that is Windows 11, on your Raspberry Pi 4. If you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button here. See you in the next video.